What's up guys, this is Gerald. I have an exciting project that I want to show you today, which is installing this trunk door LED lights on my 2020 Toyota RAV4. Now there's been a couple of videos that show how to do this in YouTube, but there are two things that will make this video unique. First, I'm going to show you different installation method, different way to route the wire, and some tricks which will make the installation much easier and faster. Second, I'm going to use a new point of view camera where you can see clearly what I'm doing from my point of view. Guys, this is my very first POV video on YouTube and I thought it looks great, but you'll be the judge. So let's not waste any more time and let's get to it.
Alright guys, this is what the packaging looks like, and this is the barcode, and you have the instruction, which is pretty much not very useful, and then you have all the lights. So we have two lights, they're all nicely packaged, and then we have the two cables. Like we talked about, we have two sets of cable. The first cable, the one with the fuse, this will go to the power source, and for that we are going to use this trunk light as the power source. And once you navigate the cable through the panel, you're going to put the connectors, which is this one here, and this will connect to the second cable, which is a Y cable. So as you can see, this is the Y cable, and it's going to split right here, and the other ends, these will go to the lights. To get started, we're going to pry this light out. Just going to use this prying tool, and all you have to do is insert and pry it out. Very easy, no force required. And once you do that, you want to pull it out a little bit, and then there's that white connectors. Just push the pin here on the top, push it down to disconnect the light. Alright, so just like we talked about, this is the cable here that's going to go to that power source, the one with the fuse, and it has these two branches, right? So this one will go to the power source like that, and this other one will connect back to the light that we disconnect. So this is going to be the power source for the light, so everything fits perfectly.
Next, we're going to open up this side panel, and it's being held by two blue pins.
Here on the passenger side, and as you can see, it's being held by these two blue pins. You don't need to open it all the way, just enough so you can put your hand in and navigate the wire from this hole to this opening right there. So we're gonna do that next. We're gonna take this cable here, the one with the fuse, and we're going to put that inside and navigate this down to this hole right there. So just push it. That's it. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna slide it in here. There you go. Don't open it too much. Just slide in your wire, your cable. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to open this boot right here on the passenger side, the one that's for the windshield wiper. And we're going to just take any cable, USB cable, and just push it to the front, so that way you can grab it from the front. There you go. So again, just be careful with this panel right here, because you don't want to crease the panel. So just, take your time. But once you do that, just pull more. Just give it some more. We don't need much. But there you go. And next, what you want to do, you just want to kind of tape this, so that way we can pull this this wire right here. And just be very careful, because these connectors are pretty fragile. So make sure you don't damage any of the connectors. It's good enough. Right. So now we're gonna pull this wire. I'm gonna pull this USB. So as you can see, this snug it in. It should be fairly easy and straightforward. There you go. You see the other end right away, and just, you know, kind of push the cable inside and pull from the top. Right? You see that? So it's already in the boot. So as you can see, it is just much easier to open this panel and to do it this way. And just pull any of the excess cable. There you go, guys. So now I have the cable from here and all the way in this right boot right here. So now that's the first step. So we're past the first hurdle, and then the next step is, actually I want to use this boot here. You know, instead of, I see a lot of videos where people are using this boot. There is a small hole in this boot, but it's just tiny, and it's just, I don't know. So if you open this boot, you see there is this small hole right there. So one way to do it is, you use, instead of this boot, you use this boot and try to snug in the wire through this tiny hole all the way up, because we want to get the wire up here, and we're gonna open this up pretty soon. But I'm gonna try to use this one first, and I have a trick here.
Next, I'm going to take a couple of zip ties, put them together and wrap the pointy ends with electrical tape. And then I'm going to apply some Vaseline on the zip ties, that way the zip tie can glide in easily inside the rubber boot. And then you just want to insert the zip tie from the top end of the boot and push it in until you see the pointy end comes out of the other end of the boot.
Alright, so I got the zip tie here.
Next, remove the electrical tape from the pointy end of the zip tie. Take the connectors and tape the connectors to the zip tie. And then you want to put some Vaseline again on the electrical tape and the wire to reduce the friction when you're pulling the wire through the boot by pulling the zip tie from the top end of the boot.
Oh, it works, guys.
Now that the wire and the connectors are through the boot, remove the electrical tape.
Connector still intact. Guys, next step is we are going to put this connector right here. So this connector will connect to this other cable, the Y cable, and we have to attach these two wires here to this connector, so that way it can connect with this connector. So the way this works is, this is going to go this way, right? Just push to release, and we're going to have to insert the cable. So red has to go with red and white has to go with white, right? Again, this is how the connector goes. So the red is at the bottom, the white is on the top. So we want to put the red, it's right there. So the red will go right there, and then the white will go. So the way I put it, I just put it upside, like this one. Oh yeah, it's locked, and you want to insert. We're actually going to take it off and put this through the hole. Right there, and we are going to connect the connectors. Alright, so I never worked with wire before. I hope that works, and we shall see. Alright, so really the hurdles is mostly done, and all you have to do now is open this panel, and this panel is pretty easy to open. It's touched by two pins,
and there's a lot of notches right there in here. So open that panel, and let's open the other one. Okay, let's open the access door too. I'm gonna open this one. Okay, open this one. Right. Okay, so once they're in, we are going to put this Y cable through there, sort of thing, and then the other one goes inside through there. Now we're just going to install the light. And this is what the light looks like. It uses sensors. I actually wish that they use button instead. I prefer physical button that I can feel the press, but in any case, this is just going to be a sensor. So we are going to again follow the same white with white, red with red. Right. The red is on the right, so we're going to touch. Okay, I think that's it. And going to snap it. You can also test it first, make sure it works, but this panel is so easy to open. Just put it in right away. In any case, that's what it is. We're going to take this and connect right there. And we're going to connect this to our light. Okay, moment of truth. Works. And this two light also works. Alright, there you go guys. So let's clean this up. I'm gonna clean some of the wiring and then we're gonna wrap this up. Right, for this side, make sure you zip tie. You use this hole instead of the square one. So there's two holes, the kind of oval one and more square one. The square one is for the pins. Those are, you know, where the pins go. So you want to use this one.